welcome to the stream. I'm going to do a few more jumps on my water riches before going back and handing all the data in, and then that will finish my water riches time. Just giving it a bit of a play to see how it works out. No ways, it seems to be alright. It's working a treat, so we'll carry on from there. Music in the background is from Radio Sidewinder.
Babatone is in transit to the Sinuif YI-NB53-0 system. This is your second visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Babatone's fuel tanks are now at 75.1% capacity, Commander.
Fuel scooping complete.
Maximum fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Babatone is en route to the Sinuif YI-NB53-1 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Babatone's fuel levels are at 82.7%.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Babatone is now at maximum fuel capacity.
Frameshift drive charging.
And when we get into the next system, according to the Road to Riches, it's only Planet 2 that we really need to scan. So that's what I'll be doing unless I see something that interests me.
Telemetry obtained. Babatone is heading to the Sinuif OU-FC27-2 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. You are 286 light-years from home. Babatone's fuel levels are at 96.2%. Scan of G-Class star completed. Sinuif OU-FC27-2 is a common main sequence star of on the way to 10 billion years. As you can see, it emits a yellow-white light. It is an average example for such a star. This scan might be worth nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone calculated at 284 to 566 light seconds. Refueled. Skin completed. Body 2 is a medium gravity terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This skin can sell for nearly 693,000 credits.
And as you could see then, there was a few of them I've previously been to, so we won't bother with them once again. Like I say, I'm just doing a few jumps this time round, get a bit more in, before I take it back and weigh it in, just to get the data out of it.
Jump in progress. Bobatone is heading to the Sinuif-OU-FC27-4 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Current location is 271 light-years from home. Fuel levels are at 76.5% capacity, Commander.
Fuel scooping complete.
Bobatone is now at 100% fuel capacity.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is en route to the Call 285 Sector CB-MB21-0 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Fuel levels are now at 84.7%, Commander.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel at maximum.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Bobatone is traveling to the Call 285 Sector AG-MB21-2 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. You are 232 light-years from home. Fuel tanks now at 77.9%.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel at maximum.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is traveling to the Windisle system. You are now in Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. Windisle is an Empire corporate supporting around 2,500 people. Windisle Systems is the controlling faction. There is a lone orbital station in this system. Bobatone's fuel reserves at 78.7%. Information: Windisle is attempting to contain an outbreak of disease. Caution is advised.
Fuel scooping complete.
Maximum fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Bobatone is heading to the Call 285 Sector RJ-OB20-5 system. Information: Arrival star is not scoopable. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Bobatone's fuel reserves at 80.3%.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Bobatone is in transit to the ICZOY-RB4-4 system. You have left Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Bobatone's fuel tanks are at 58.9%.
Fuel scooping complete.
Bobatone is now at 100% fuel capacity.
And yeah, there's another 3 more jumps left to go where I'm going this time round, and again it's just planet number 1, it seems I'll be scanning there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is heading to the HIP 113103 system. You are entering Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. HIP 113103 is an Empire dictatorship of on the way to 8.5 million people, aligned to Zamina Tabal.
Fuel scooping.
Allied HIP 113103 Dominion is the local faction. There are 2 orbital stations and a lone planetary station in this system. Fuel tanks at 79.4% capacity. Fuel at maximum.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Babatone is traveling to the HIP 113423 system. You have entered Empire space. Welcome back, Your Majesty. This is your first visit to this system. HIP 113423 is an Empire feudal with a population of just over 2,000 people, aligned to Denton Petraeus. Aristocrats of HIP 113423 is the immediate power. There is just one orbital station and a lone planetary station in this system.
Fuel scooping complete.
Refueled. Fuel tanks at 87.4% capacity. Information: HIP 113423 is attempting to contain an outbreak of disease. Caution is advised.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Babatone is traveling to the ICZDB-XC1-18 system. You are no longer in Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Fuel tanks at 94.7% capacity.
And remember, the sounds in the background coming from Radio Sidewinder. All 7 Commander, thank you for joining.
K-Class star complete. ICZDB-XC1-18 is a common main sequence star that is just over 9 billion years old.
Yes, this is the PC
As you
version.
can see, it emits a yellow-orange light. There is nothing
What do you
particularly
play on?
notable about this star. This skin might be worth nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone, 122 to 244 light seconds.
Fuel scooping complete.
Refueled.
Yeah, I like it on the PC because I can have the tools running, which a lot of them should be coming into the game eventually.
Skin complete. Body 1 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This data might get you over 611,000 credits.
Excuse me. You hope they keep their word when the server comes down. About what? Offline play without being online. I'm not too sure how that'll work because everything runs in the background simulation, which is an online bit. On the PS4, do you mean because you've got to have Plus to play it online? So I know that's a bit of a pain.
Skin completed. Body 2 is a medium gravity high metal content body that is unsuitable for landing. This skin should fetch around 32,500 credits.
Oh, I see what you mean, service shutdown in general. That I don't see that happening for a long time, because when this was released it had a 10-year plan, so we still has 8 years in that, and I actually think if they ever went to do that they would actually give us a patch for it, because after all they have been working since like 1984 from the original one, and they've done a few others. But I say I'm not worried about that side of it yet, because we should have at least another good 8 years out of it, which I think it'll have changed a lot by then as well. So yeah, it would be good if they did that. Well, I said by then he'll probably be running differently anyway than how they've got it programmed now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, they've been saying since they released it, going back to when they started it out, and there was a 10-year plan, and still on everything, and everything I've seen, they're still talking about it. So you know, it's fair, and most of the stuff we're going to get this year is going to be free, which is like season 3. And I know there's supposed to be some paid content near the end of the year, or sometime towards the middle to the end of the year. I'm not sure what that is yet, but I say things are going to change a lot, aren't they? Either way with it, like you say, enjoy it while we've got it, and while there's still getting a lot of people playing it, I think they'll keep at it.
Information: Lei Hesang is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Refueled.
Well, for PC, that is next Thursday. It's from what I believe. It's going to be an open beta or open beta, whichever, but that's PC only, I'm afraid, at the moment. I think it's a lot of wrangling with Sony and Microsoft trying to get on the consoles. So usually after the open beta there's normally a few different versions of that, and then they jump on to releasing it. So we'll be up to January, probably end of February to March, middle of March, it'll actually come out on all of them, I think. So then the next week one is changing, supposed to be changing some of the engineers. What else is it on? The Crime and Punishment, and also the new Chieftain. Yeah, I'd imagine it's going to be at least a month. Like I say, they said the first quarter or whatever, which is usually up to March. So the beta comes out, and it depends on how, you know, which way they've got to do on it. It can be a few weeks, or it could be like a month. Yeah, I've done a lot of the engineers, but I've actually stopped on a lot of them at the moment because things are changing the way it works. And I say you get them to G5 at the moment, like I've got some of the G5 stuff on here. You'll do that, but then what will happen is, when the new engineer comes out, we won't be the top, unless you get what they call the god rolls. We won't be the top of the G5 level. So, and if you convert them, what are we up to now? If you convert them, it looks like what will happen then is we'll be the top of the G4, and then we've got to like do more rolls to get back to G5. But at least each roll will get better than what we previously had, so that's good. So I've basically stopped doing a lot of the engineers at the moment. Plus, I believe when they start doing the engineer side of it, instead of at the moment, we only have like, is it 1,000 for all the items? When that's changed, we'll be able to have 100 of each, which is a lot better. So 100 of each material and component we need, which I think will make things a little bit easier. Did you see the stream tonight? Yeah, they will get leveled up separately. Like I said, I've done quite a bit of engineers, but then recently I've just stopped to do some of this, some other stuff I've been working on. And because they're changing it, I'm just wondering if they're going to drop some of the stuff we already have. So
Skin completed.
I think we'll find that out pretty soon.
Body
really.
1 is a medium gravity terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This planet shows signs of volcanism, with high levels of active silicate magma.
Oh, yeah, the
this data should sell for
Tuesday and Thursday, it's the Elite stream on YouTube. So tonight was going through mainly how the crime and punishment side of it's going to change. Then Thursday they're going to be talking about the chieftain and flying that, and I think they might be showing a bit more of the planets. And then next Tuesday again, so a week today, they'll be showing telling us a lot more about the rest of the updates that's coming out in this update we're going to get. You know, the rest of the fixes or enhancements. And then the following Thursday, so that's like a week, this Thursday, the beta gets released on PC. But it's worth having a watch just because you can see what they're up to then. Because they were showing, like, on tonight's stream, they were showing, like I say, showing about the crime and punishment, but they was also showing how the wing missions worked and things like that. Yeah, I was going to watch that later on because I'm doing a bit of streaming just for a little while on this. Finish off the Walter Richards bit I was working on, but I was actually watching live stream when they were doing it.
Is in transit to the LP764-39 system. This is your first visit to this system.
And they actually showed it, which was quite good. Showed you how the new squad type of thing works for the wing missions.
LP764-39 Public Company is the local faction. There is a lone orbital station in this system. You are now 149 light-years from Shinrar to Daestra. Bobatone's fuel tanks at 83.6%.
What ship do you prefer at the moment
Your
in
Majesty.
it? You know, have you got any favourites or you'd like a bit of everything?
Information. LP764-39 is gearing up to expand to another system. Refueled. Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is in transit to the Arnga system.
Oh, very
you
nice.
You are entering independent space.
Very, very nice.
Welcome back,
We've
Commander.
been busy at it then.
This is your first visit to this system. Arnga is an independent anarchy home to well over 1,000 people, aligned to Akon Delane. Crew at Arnga is the controlling faction. There is one orbital station in this system. Bobatone's fuel tanks at 85.8% capacity, Commander.
Yeah, I'm usually like that. Well, it's just like for this one, I decided to dust this courier off. I've not used it in quite a long time. What I started doing now on a lot of the engineering stuff is I'll take one of the ships, or I can have the, I'll A-rate it. Then I'll take that to all the different engineers to like try and get them up as high as possible all the time. And then I'll come back and then I just swap all the mods out for the different ships, or get Anaconda, rank all that up, and then I use them on the others. Okay, thank you. 420.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jump in progress. Babatone is en route to the Pisceum Sector UJ-RB4-0 system. You are no longer in Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Babatone's fuel levels are at 90.5% capacity.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel at maximum.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Babatone is in transit to the CTI Sector CL-YD57 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Babatone's fuel levels at 91.1% capacity. Scan of F-Class star finished. CTI Sector CL-YD57A is an uncommon main sequence star that has been around for nearly 6.5 billion years. As you can see, it emits a white light. It is an average example for such a star. This could sell for nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone, 480 to 956 light seconds.
Fuel scooping complete.
Maximum fuel.
I've almost got to this planet. I'll get this one scanned, jump to a couple more systems, and then I think I'll go and hand the data in.
"15 new Galnet articles have been published, including 14 worthy of remark. The first is entitled New Technology from Aegis, and reads, Aegis has expanded its roster of anti-Thargoid technologies with a new device, the Decontamination Limpet. The device is specifically designed to counter the caustic properties of Thargoid missiles. In a statement, an Aegis spokesperson said, as we know, the Thargoids' enzyme missiles are particularly dangerous because of the caustic damage they inflict. The Decontamination Limpet is designed to address this by stripping the corrosive enzymes from a ship's hull while also performing limited repairs. We have rigorously field tested the device and are confident that it will give pilots a distinct defensive advantage. The Decontamination Limpet can be purchased from planetary bases with military, high-tech, refinery, industrial or extraction level economies. The second is entitled Thargoid Assault Continues, and reads, Rest in Merapi and Obsidian Orbital in Maya are the latest starports to be targeted by the Thargoids. Authorities in the affected systems have appealed to independent pilots to deliver foods, water, basic medicines, and natural fabrics, and to evacuate civilians from the pertinent starports. The attack against Obsidian Orbital is likely to dismay the galactic community, as the starport, the result of a community initiative involving thousands of pilots, is seen by many as a symbol of unity. The next is entitled 1 Year On, and reads, It has now been a year since the Thargoids returned to human-occupied space, and in that time they have become increasingly aggressive, their hostility culminating in starport attacks in the Pleiades Nebula. Now that the Thargoids' intentions have been made clear, the question many are asking is, what can we do? Outspoken political commentator Daxton Sung offered the following analysis: the situation continues to escalate and our leaders continue to offer the same tired platitudes, militaristic bombast from Hudson, non-committal banalities from Lavinie Duval and earnest sympathizing from Mahone. It's clear that they have no idea how to counter the Thargoid threat, beyond pumping more money into Aegis's weapons program. The next is entitled The Liberation of HIP 17692, and reads, In a move that has come as a surprise to many, the Empire and Federation have announced a joint initiative to counter Thargoid activity in the HIP 17692 system. The two-pronged operation will seek to reduce the Thargoid presence in the region, and to recover personal effects, data, and people from Thargoid attack sites in HIP 17692. The Merapi Expeditionary Fleet has been authorized to oversee the combat operation, while the Pleiades Resource Enterprise has been charged with coordinating the rescue initiative. Pilots who support these campaigns will be eligible for substantial rewards. Following the announcement, Admiral Denton Petrus released the following statement: Starports throughout the Pleiades have been attacked. Thousands of lives have been lost. And we have failed to deliver an effective response. That changes now. This is your chance to deliver a message to our enemies, to tell them that we will not yield and we will not break. We will fight. The campaign begins on the 11th of January 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. The next is entitled Sirius Inc. Campaign Concludes, and reads, Sirius Inc. has announced that its construction initiative has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community. Hundreds of pilots supported the campaign by delivering commodities to Green Enterprise in the Engalia system, and by eliminating agitators in Engalia, thereby ensuring the safety of traders contributing to the initiative. Sirius Inc. has extended its gratitude to those who supported the campaign. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Green Enterprise in the Engalia system. The next is entitled Galactic News. Alliance Campaign Concludes, and reads, The Alliance has announced that its operation to reclaim the supply lines connecting its California Nebula bases with the core systems has reached a successful conclusion. The campaign received the support of hundreds of independent pilots, who eliminated the pirates targeting the supply lines and recovered escape pods from ships destroyed by the agitators. Those rescued from the shipwrecks are now recovering at Darwin Research Facility. As the campaign drew to a close, the Alliance released a statement: "We are immeasurably grateful to those who participated in this operation. You have saved our allies from a terrible fate." A pertinent question remains unanswered, however. Where did these criminals come from? Alliance intelligence has surmised that they may have been driven out of their home systems by a second group of agitators. If this is the case, this latter group could represent an even greater threat to civilized space. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Darwin Research Facility in the California Sector BVYC-7 system. The next is entitled Community Goal, Dionysus Rising, and reads: Sirius Inc. has announced plans to construct a flight operations megaship in the 42N Persei system, which occupies a strategic position on the route to Maya. The vessel, which will be named the Dionysus, will dramatically improve services in 42N Persei. Senior Aide Umberto Guthrie, speaking on behalf of Sirius Inc., released the following statement: "We are disturbed by recent events in the Pleiades and the vulnerability of our systems. If the superpowers cannot protect us, we will protect ourselves." In support of this campaign, Sirius Inc. has placed an open order for various commodities, and has promised to reward pilots who deliver these goods to Green Enterprise in the Engalia system. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those delivering commodities to Green Enterprise can do so safely. The campaign begins on the 4th of January 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. The next is entitled Galactic News, Further Migration to Colonia, and reads: Although the Dargoid attacks have so far been confined to the Pleiades Nebula, many apparently fear that the aliens' next target will be the core systems. This is evidenced by the huge numbers of citizens fleeing to Colonia. The Colonia Council, the region's governing body, has confirmed that the number of refugees has skyrocketed in recent weeks, and that the recent attacks against starports have only accelerated the rate of immigration. Megan Wolf, a spokesperson for the council, said, "All who seek sanctuary in Colonia will be welcomed, but the truth is that the core systems are no more likely to be targeted by the Dargoids than Colonia. We want to offer our support, but there is a limit to how many people the region can support." A campaign to build additional outposts in Colonia took place earlier this month, but the pace of immigration means that further construction initiatives may be necessary to support the region's rapidly expanding population. The next is entitled Community Goal, Rescue Operation in the California Nebula, and reads: The Alliance has reported that ships traveling to and from its California Nebula outposts are coming under attack from pirates. The attacks are of such frequency and ferocity that the bases are in danger of being completely cut off. An Alliance spokesperson said, "The systems lining the route to the California Nebula are strewn with the wrecks of Alliance vessels, but with the pirates still an active threat, we have been unable to recover escape pods from these shipwrecks. We are therefore launching a two-pronged operation designed to both thin the pirates' numbers and recover the escape pods. We hope we can rely on the support of the galaxy's independent combat pilots." The operation has received financial support from the Turner Research Group, which has promised to reward pilots who deliver escape pods to Darwin Research Facility in the California Sector BVYC-7 system. The campaign begins on the 28th of December 3303 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. The next is entitled Galactic News, Core Dynamics campaign concludes, and reads: Core Dynamics has announced that its construction initiative has received the wholehearted support of the galactic community. Hundreds of pilots contributed to the campaign by delivering construction materials to Klimek Ring, and by eliminating agitators in the Guaras system. The materials will be used to support a new wave of manufacture to replace ships lost in Dargoid attacks. A spokesperson for Core Dynamics released the following statement: "We are immensely grateful to the galactic community for its support. The acceleration of our production schedule has already begun, and our new ships should be rolling off the production line soon. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Klimak Ring in the Gwaras system. The next is entitled Galactic News, More Starports Attacked, and reads, News feeds have confirmed that 3 further starports have been attacked by Thargoids. The affected stations are Hudson Observatory in HIP 17694, Cavalieri in Electra and Bayo Landing in HIP 17497. The attacks have resulted in significant damage and hundreds of casualties. As with last week's attacks, the strikes were executed by Interceptor Medusas, a particularly devastating class of Thargoid attack ship. Authorities in the affected systems have entreated independent pilots to support relief operations by evacuating civilians from the affected starports. They have also appealed for food, water, basic medicines, and natural fabrics. The next is entitled Galactic News, Starport Campaign Reaches Successful Conclusion, and reads, A spokesperson for the Galkop Colonial Defense Commission has announced that its appeal for construction materials has been earnestly received by the galactic community, resulting in a huge number of deliveries to Dervish Platform, the organization's base of operations. The materials will be used to build a new Coriolis starport in the Ogmer system. The Galkop Colonial Defense Commission has offered sincere thanks to those who supported the campaign. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Dervish Platform in the Ogmer system. The next is entitled Galactic News, Ongeli Imperial Enterprises Campaign Concludes, and reads, A spokesperson for Ongeli Imperial Enterprises has announced that its appeal for commodities has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community, resulting in a massive influx of deliveries to Potagos Port, the organization's base of operations. The materials will be used to build a Dionysus-class agricultural vessel in support of ongoing resource extraction operations in the Pleiades. Ongeli Imperial Enterprises has extended its gratitude to those who supported the campaign. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Potagos Port in the Wongel system. The next is entitled Galactic News, Type 10 Defender now available, and reads, Lakon Spaceways has announced that its new ship, the Type 10 Defender, is now available to the public. The vessel boasts greater speed, acceleration, and maneuverability than the Type 9 Heavy on which it is based, and also offers a more focused hardpoint loadout. The Type 10 has been developed primarily in response to the recent Thargoid attacks in the Pleiades, and Lakon has said it envisages the ship being particularly effective in combat situations. Destination confirmed. Babaton is in transit to the Pegasi Sector NC-VC2-21 system. You are no longer in Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Destination confirmed. Babaton is heading to the HIP 114458 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Fuel at maximum. Jump in progress. Babaton is traveling to the Pegasi Sector JW-WC1-21 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Scan of G-Class star finished. HIP 114458A is a common main sequence star of on the way to 11.5 billion years. It is an average example for such a star. This might fetch nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone calculated to fall from 256 to 511 light seconds. Jump in progress. Babaton is traveling to the Veneers system. You are now in Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. Veneers is a Federation confederacy with a population of just over 1,000 people, controlled by Akon Delane. United Veneers Confederacy is the controlling faction. There is just one orbital station and one planetary station in this system. Scan of K-Class star complete. Pegasi sector NC-VC2-21 is a common main sequence star of over 464 million years. This might sell for nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone, 90 to 180 light seconds. Fuel levels are at 77%, Admiral. Bobatone's fuel levels are now at 89.2% capacity. Destination confirmed. Bobatone is traveling to the HIP 2373 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here.
Fuel scooping.
Scan of K-Class star finished. Pegasi sector JW-WC1-21A is a common main sequence star that has been around for well over 12 billion years. This scan might get you nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone, 154 to 307 light seconds.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Skin finished. Body 5 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This skin should be worth nearly 652,000 credits. Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is heading to the HIP 117164 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Bobatone is now at 100% fuel capacity. Scan complete. Body C6 is a medium gravity terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This planet shows signs of volcanism, with low numbers of active silicate vapor geysers. This data can fetch nearly 718,000 credits. Refueled. Scan completed. Body A1 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This might get you over 650,000 credits. Telemetry obtained. Bobatone is heading to the Call 285 sector PY-YB14-4 system. You are leaving Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated.
Fuel scooping complete.
Bobatone is
good
now
evening,
fully
Cam. How's it
refueled.
doing? How are you going on?
Bobatone's fuel levels are now at 79.1%. Scan of M-Class star completed. Call 285 sector PY-YB14-4 is a very common main sequence star that is 230 million years old.
I was watching a
This
few of
data
your
should
streams
sell for
earlier.
on the way to 3,000 credits. Habitable zone, 34 to 69 light seconds. Bobatone's fuel levels are now at 90.7% capacity. Bobatone is now at 100% fuel capacity. Bobatone's fuel tanks are at 84.9%. Bobatone's fuel tanks are at 98.6%. Refueled. Fuel levels are now at 84.5%. Skin finished. Body A2 is a medium gravity Earth-like
just
body
finishing
that
off,
is unsuitable for landing.
A couple more system
This
jumps
skin
and then
could
I'll
get
go and
you
hand
over
the data in.
640,000 credits. Fuel levels at 83% capacity. Skin finished. Body 4 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This planet shows signs of volcanism, with low numbers of active carbon dioxide geysers. This skin might be worth over 637,000 credits. Jump in progress. Bobatone is traveling to the Call 285 sector HM-MC7-17 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Bobitone's fuel tanks are now at 91.1%, Commander. Scan of K-Class star finished. Call 285 Sector HM-MC7-17 is a common main sequence star that is just over 6 billion years old. As you can see, it emits a yellow-orange light. This is a typical example of this class of star. This data could sell for 2,000 credits. Habitable zone, 98 to 196 light seconds. Fuel at maximum.
And as you told me before, Camo, I've actually got Radio Sidewinder set up there in the background. This saves me hunting for the non-copyright stuff. No, thank you to you. Like I said, I thought about it, but I hadn't took it any further. And then after our conversation, I decided to give it a good check out and I'll sort it as a pop-up, which I have done.
Scan finished. Body 6 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This should get you nearly 605,000 credits. Jump in progress. Bobitone is in transit to the call 285 Sector HM-MC7-8 system. This is your first visit to this system. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Current location is 246 light years from home.
Alright, nice one. Are you going to stick that up?
Capacity.
Are you going to do a video on that? I haven't seen it yet, if you have. But what do you think of it? So you got the Type 10 finished today.
Scan of K-Class star completed. Call 285 Sector HM-MC7-8A is a common main sequence star that is well over 11 billion years old. There is nothing particularly notable about this star. This could sell for nearly 3,000 credits. Habitable zone calculated to fall from 110 to 220 light seconds.
Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel at maximum.
Yeah, I had an idea it might be a bit tough to fight in. Like I say, when I finish this, I've only got another, I think I'm going to do another system when I finish these. And then I'll go and hand the bounty stuff back in and that finishes the bit I was doing. You know, what I wanted it for. Then I'll get back and I think I'll set up my Type 10 to go into a Azreal and see what it's like in there. But they are big clunky things though, aren't they? You've got it fully loaded with toys and still got 30 light years jump range. Very, very nice.
Scan complete.
Very, very nice.
Body
So I
A6
like
is
it.
a
I just like I
medium
find
gravity
it
tidally
heavy
locked
until you have to do a
high
bit of
metal
engineering
content
work on
body
it.
that is unsuitable for landing. This data might sell for over 393,000 credits.
But it's still want to keep in the old stable, as they say. And we've only got another week, and then you can actually have a play with a chieftain if you so wish. Yeah, exactly. And I do like tanks, I must admit. Did you see any of the Frontier stream tonight, where they were showing you the crime and punishment changes and the like the wings missions? Oh yeah, it was a good stream. It says about 4,000 watching, but they actually showed you some nice changes just for the to start off with. I think the Thursday stream will be the chieftain and a few other bits and pieces, and the data. I can't think what you call them now. Like we have when we log into the stations, and you can go in and get all the different missions and then navigations and contracts and all this. And they're doing one for, I think, doing one for minerals. Well, they're doing one for data as well. So that'd be quite good to find out what that's about. Well, I think you were data. Brain's gone to mush, I must admit. So you're thinking of what you're thinking of changing it to? Because I tend to have a bi-weave on mine, just because of the speed of it coming back up when it goes down, basically. So you want to change it to bi-weave, you think?
Body B6 is a low-gravity, tidally locked, terraformable, high metal
Are you thinking of
content
putting a
body that is
prismatic on it or
unsuitable
a
for
standard?
landing. This could get you over 353,000 credits.
Yeah, no, I tried it before. Good shields. Like I said, I had one and I'd engineered all the bits and pieces to it, but it just took too long to kick back in once my shield had gone. Although, like, if you just do the reboot repair after you finish your battle, it's not too bad. But I find the bi-weave tends to just give me a little bit of an edge. So you could find that totally different, but it's all, I think it's all just basically practice with them, isn't it? Set them up as you like and then practice away. I just have all my prismatics in storage. Got them, did the power play to get them, and then just leave them in storage. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't. I must admit, I don't think I've got it as a pack hound. And then there was another thing I didn't get on power play. So I'm thinking of I'll redo that. I think, but I'll wait till we get more of the update. But yeah, I've thought about the pack hound. So what do you think of them? They look awesome to say. Oh, I bet they do. Have you done any stream on that yet? That's something I wouldn't mind watching. And they just chew through the ships. All right, nice one. I think it was something like the frag cannons. You know, the power play frag cannons. Well, when you do try them, let me know, because I actually fancy seeing the damage of them. Oh yes, that'd be fun. I believe they were good for taking out the ground bases when you went out for skimmers and that.
Scan complete. Body C1 is a medium gravity tidally locked terraformable water world that is unsuitable for landing. This scan should get you over 636,000 credits.
Do you find yourself talking to your brother for company? Are you only making peanuts on your trade runs? Do you want purpose in space? Join the Radio Sidewinder crew today. Cosmopolitan group, formed to promote great tunes, entertain and help commanders. We are an independent, democratic, minor faction backed by our own radio station.
Oh, I just realised after looking at that one, I've hit me 200 that I was aiming for. So I think I'll head back to, what am I looking? That's it, Miller Terminal. And hand this data in, and then that'll 10 jumps, not bad. You hope they work on a Thargoid. I don't know, I believe that it's only the AX stuff that tends to be working on them, so I keep seeing and reading, and when I watch videos it seems to be if you want to do the damage on them you need to use the AX weapons, which from I haven't been able to engineer any of them yet, I believe.
Jump in progress. Babatone is heading to the 14 Cetai system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. You are now 226 light years from Shinrar to Daysfra. Fuel tanks are now at 78.9% capacity.
So is that what you're going to try? You're going to like attack a Thargoid with one and see what damage they do?
Fuel scooping complete.
Barbatone is now fully refueled.
Yeah, that will be something to watch. It would be nice to see if they do actually do any damage. Like I say,
Frameshift drive charging.
Thargoids tend to take a lot of stick, so it would be nice to see what they do.
Jump in progress. Barbatone is heading to the HIP 2350 system. You are entering Federation space.
Yes, they do.
This is your first visit to this system.
I actually got the one that takes.
2350 is a Federation confederacy.
I did a few of the engineers, and then I went in and
23,500
spent some of the
aligned to Wakanda Lane.
grades I got with them, so I could alter them, so it took juice out,
Is the immediate power. There are two
just to
orbital
make it a little bit
stations in this
better.
system. Fuel levels now at 80.8%.
So you just have to make sure you've got a nice big tank.
Refueled. Warning. Interdiction attempt by pirate
interdiction.
detected. Message received from pirate Adam Schlag. Message reads, I have you now.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. And there we go. I think I don't really want to be interdicted and shot in this. I've got no weapons on it. I'm just basically just used it for the data scans.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump in progress. Barbatone is in transit to the CTI sector FW-WC1-13 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Barbatone's fuel reserves are at 83.8%.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Refueled.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Barbatone is in transit to the CTI sector RT-RB4-0 system. Information: arrival star is not scoopable. You are no longer in Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. This system is unpopulated. Fuel reserves at 84.5%.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Babaton is en route to the Vatimui system. You have entered Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. Vatimui is an Empire patronage supporting well over 16,000 people. Thule Empire League is the controlling faction. There is a lone orbital station in this system. You are now 173 light-years from Shinrarta Days
jumps, that's not too bad.
Babaton's fuel levels now at 66.2%.
So I decided I was only going to do the 200 system scan.
Vatimui is undergoing
Basically I only needed
there might be some good trading profits to be
some
made
data, but you know, it's like you start doing it and you say, oh, I'll do a bit more. It's gone on like that. So after 200 I thought, well, that'll do for what I need. I'll jump back and hand it in. Then I can go back to base and refit the Type 10 for the next stream. I'll take that to the house res and see how long I can get before I'm blown up.
Jump in progress. Babaton is heading to the Wangamisai system. You are entering Empire space. Welcome back, Your Majesty. This is your second visit to this system. Wangamisai is an Empire patronage with a population of on the way to 2,000 people, controlled by Denton Petraeus. Thule Empire League is the controlling power. There is a lone orbital station in this system. Babaton's fuel levels are at 69.8% capacity, Your Majesty. Information: Wangamisai is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Refueled.
Frameshift drive charging.
Telemetry obtained. Babaton is en route to the ICZCL-XB1-2 system. Information: arrival star is not scoopable. You have left Empire space. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here. Fuel tanks are now at 79.9%.
Frameshift drive charging.
Destination confirmed. Babaton is en route to the Pyhuldra system. This is your first visit to this system. Pyhuldra is an Empire patronage home to over 401,000 people, controlled by Denton Petraeus. Pyhuldra Empire Assembly is the immediate faction. There are 3 orbital stations and a single planetary station in this system. Fuel tanks at 66.8% capacity. Information: Pyhuldra is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Babaton's fuel tanks are at 94.5%, Your Majesty.
Frameshift drive charging.
Message received from cruise liner cruise ship. Message reads: today's cruise includes some delightful views. Our flight attendants are on hand with full details.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jump in progress. Bobatone is en route to the new system. Information: arrival star is not scoopable. You have entered Empire space. Welcome back, Your Majesty. This is your first visit to this system. New is an Empire corporate home to on the way to 3.5 million people, aligned to Orissa Lavini Duval. New citizens of tradition is the controlling power. There are 2 orbital stations and 1 planetary station in this system. Fuel tanks are now at 78.4% capacity. Information: New is in civil war. Caution is advised. Destination confirmed. Bobatone is heading to the Exius system. You are no longer in Empire space. This is your 4th visit to this system. Exius is an independent cooperative with a population of nearly 16.5 million souls, controlled by Orissa Lavini Duval. Exius Allied PLC is the controlling power. There are 3 orbital stations and 10 planetary stations in this system. Fuel tanks are at 69.1% capacity, Commander. Information: Exius is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here. Bobatone's fuel levels at 75.2% capacity, Commander.
This is Radio Sidewinder, and it's time for Galnet News.
This is a Galnet News report from the 12th of January 3304. Thargoid News Roundup. It has now been a year since the Thargoids returned to human-occupied space, and in that time they have become increasingly aggressive, their hostility culminating in starport attacks in the Pleiades Nebula. Now that the Thargoids' intentions have been made clear, the question many are asking is, what can we do? Outspoken political commentator Daxton Sung offered the following analysis.
Here we come to the station.
Bobatone has dropped to normal space close to Miller Terminal.
This is the Flight Operations Department. Please comply with established docking procedures, Commander.
To be targeted by the Thargoids, following Hudson Observatory in HIP 17694, Cavalieri in Electra and Bow landing in HIP 7.
I still like the way they work.
Being heavily damaged by interceptor Meduses, a particularly devastating class of Thargoid attack ship. Authorities in the affected systems have appealed to independent pilots to deliver foods, water, basic medicine. This has been Computer Pete reporting for Radio Sidewinder.
Galnet News transmissions are sponsored in part by Bank of Zeance. Trust the Bank of Zeance with your hard-earned credits.
Suppose I better request docking permission as well.
Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 28.
Landing pad 28 is at 1 o'clock mid, as you enter with the green lights on your right.
I like the look of this station. A little bit of salad flying around there.
Ensure you have received authorization before entering the docking bay. If you don't have access permission, please exit the facility immediately.
Docking complete.
Contact. Clear to disembark.
Market data update received. The local market is selling biowaste at a good price as well as hydrogen fuel. Refueled. Bobatone repaired. Bobatone repaired.
Before I do that, let's go and have a look here. And now let's see how much you get for that Road to Riches 200 system scan. So for the first page, nearly 37 million. Alright, Camo, you have a good night. I'll be going to bed soon myself. Have a good night, mate, and like I say, I look forward to watching the stream when you try your pack hounds out.
Exploration data for 50 systems sold
Night,
are
mate.
on the way to 18 million credits. Exploration data for 50 systems sold for around 38.5 million credits. Exploration data for 50 systems sold for well over 30.5 million credits. Exploration data for 50 systems sold for just over 25 million credits. Exploration data for 49 systems sold for on the way to 26.5 million credits. Exploration data for 49 systems sold for on the way to 13 million credits. Exploration data for 49 systems sold for just over 12.5 million credits. Exploration data for 49 systems sold for nearly 6 million credits. Exploration data for 3 systems sold for just over 18,500 credits.
And there we go, Commanders. Thank you very much for watching. And that's just where I'm taking a high screen res shot. That's why it's giving it a bit of funny whizzing around. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to join me again on the next stream, which hopefully will be testing the Type 10 out in Azreal. So we'll see how that goes. So thank you for watching. And good night to you. Thank you, everybody. You have a good one.
Message received from civilian pilot Panu Artemo. Message reads, "How can I be of assistance?"